On a cold January night in 1966, Nigeria's political landscape was about to be changed forever. Brigadier Zakari Maimalari, one of the most powerful and respected officers in the Nigerian military, had no idea his life was in danger. Known for his leadership and loyalty, he was a pillar in Nigeria's military ranks. But on this night, loyalty would mean little. Just hours before dawn, Maimalari became one of the first casualties in Nigeria's first military coup, a violent purge that targeted key leaders in a bid to reshape the nation's power structure. Betrayed by those he once considered comrades, his final moments marked the beginning of a dark chapter in Nigeria's history. Hi guys, welcome to Afriverse story. On today's episode, we uncover the final hours of Brigadier Zakari Maimalari. We explore the betrayal that led to his shocking death. This is a story of ambition, calculated betrayal, and a night Nigerians will never forget. Do stay tuned and enjoy the ride. Major Donatus Okafor, the officer commanding the Federal Guards, was tasked with the assassination of Maimalari. It was important Maimalari was cold dead if the revolution was to succeed. As commander of the Southern Brigade in Apapa, Maimalari had under him all the fighting forces of the battalion, the Field Artillery Corps, and the armored and mechanized squads. He could effectively mobilize the entire brigade even if the country was suddenly under attack by a neighboring army. On the day of the coup in January 1966, as soon as the rebel soldiers entered his compound, he escaped through the back of his house, at first hiding in a small quarters in his compound before exiting into the main road. When Okafor realized Maimalari had fled his house, he became very annoyed. He ordered his men to search the compound and shoot the brigadier on sight. He was not to be given any opportunity to capitulate. Without Maimalari dead, they were doomed. They knew their actions was high treason, which carried the death penalty. Therefore, they had to be successful or die trying. Okafor then jumped into his vehicle, driven by one of his soldiers, and desperately searched around Thompson Avenue, Brown Street, and Glover Road, even all the way to Budilon Road. Maimalari, who had been hiding and running, was trying to make his way to the Federal Guard barracks in his pajamas when he heard and saw light from an oncoming vehicle. He ducked into the shrubs, again thinking it was Okafor and his men. Instead, he undoubtedly recognized the red Mercedes-Benz which belonged to his chief of staff and Brigade Major Emmanuel Arinze Ifejuna, who was transporting the finance minister and the prime minister to the mess. It was not immediately clear to Maimalari that Ifejuna was part of the mutineers. Instead, Maimalari saw Ifejuna as his hope and dashed for him. Ifejuna ordered his driver to stop, and he got out of his car with Ezendubo, both of them armed. "Ima, thank God," the brigadier said with a look of relief. "Some of the boys have gone crazy. They just attacked me in my home. Do you have any knowledge who they might be and which unit?" He said with a tint of confidence he just found at the sight of his brigade major. "No sir," Ifejuna replied with disdain. "Never mind. Just get me to the barracks. I'm going to find those bastards and finish them off in the morning," Maimalari said as he started walking towards the car. Suddenly, he stopped short and caught the sight of the Prime Minister, seated in a draped fashion in the car, whose white cloth has made him conspicuous to the brigadier. Maimalari looked at Ifejuna, perplexed. His throat dried up. He couldn't find the right words. He knew he had walked into a trap. He had escaped Okafor and his men, but now found himself willingly in the tiger's den. "Say your last prayer, sir." Ifejuna broke silence and cocked his gun. Maimalari just stared hard. Without warning, the major fired 3 shots of his gun at the brigadier as one of the bullets ricocheted and hit Ezedimbo in the jugular. The young lieutenant started bleeding profusely. The brigadier's heartbeat stopped and he fell. This did not deter Ifejuna. He fired 5 more shots to affirm the brigadier's death. Once confirmed dead, his body was loaded in the 3-ton truck with the tied Okotie Ebo. Ifejuna, who still had the Prime Minister in his car, then proceeded to the mess with Ezedimbo still bleeding without remedy. Zakari Maimalari was born in the present-day Yobe State. He was educated at Barewa College, Zaria. Maimalari and his childhood friend, Lawan Umar, joined the Royal West African Frontier Force in 1950 as part of the Nigerianization program to enlist more Nigerians into senior ranks of the army. He underwent preparatory courses at the Regular Officers Training School, Teshi, Ghana, and the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, England. Maimalari was the first Nigerian regular combatant commissioned into the Officers Corps of the Nigerian Army. He was an instructor at the Nigerian Military Training College and later commander of the 2nd Battalion Nigerian Army. The intention to promote more Nigerian officers led to an organizational structure developed by regional and ethnic considerations. Maimalari was sometimes viewed by some Southerners as a symbol of northern domination due to his swift rise through the officer ranks from a regular combatant. The day prior to 15 January 1966 coup, Maimalari was celebrating his recent marriage. Unknowingly, some of the attendees were also rebel leaders who would come back to haunt him. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I would really love to know your thoughts about the tragic end of the life of Brigadier Zakari Maimalari at the hands of the January Boys in 1966. Please leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification button to get more content like this about African history. It's been Namdi from Afriverse Historic. See you in the next video.